And now it's time. I don't know why I'm going to an American accent, but I do. And now it's time for the Keith Delmar Morning Mindset with Keith Delmar. And exciting because unless I'm mistaken, Keith, you have a guest.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brian. Good morning, everybody. Thanks, Brian, for letting me have a guest. I know it's a very high level here to have a contribution show and then all of a sudden turn up with a guest, but I appreciate it. And hello, everybody. And so today's show, before I introduce the guest, is Build Your Light and You Can Live in It.
Build your light.
Build your light
Yes.
and you can live in it. And here today in the studio with me is Simeon Crean, aka Easy Lyric. Simeon is a poet here, a rapper, musician here in New Plymouth, New Zealand. And you totally inspired today's show, Simeon.
Well, you lean right forward
Yeah.
and welcome. You lean right forward and, as we say, almost kiss the microphone.
All right. Yeah. Hey, you really inspired today's show, mate. So I just want to say thank you and thanks for coming out. So I've got some questions. I'll get to them in just a second. Now, last week, Simeon reached out on the old Facebook connection points and said, hey, I'm here in New Plymouth. I see you've done some interviews on the street. He saw some of my live on the street interviews, and he said, hey, could you help me out with doing some live stuff? I have some questions. Do you mind meeting? And I said, absolutely. Let's make it happen. I'm all for supporting young people with passion, and that's going to get up and make something happen. He reached out, but the best part is you showed up.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to show up, hey. So that day we chatted. You totally inspired me as a young person with a dream and as a person that was going to make something happen doing little actions. So Simeon, the next day after we met, you sent me a nice text message. He gave me some morning inspiration, this guy. After watching about 5 of my episodes, he sent me the morning inspiration the next day. And the last line in that was, build your light and you can live in it. That totally blew me away. It was profound for me. Tell me a bit more about that. We got to be succinct here. We only got 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
And how do you build light in your life?
Cool. On the topic building light, maybe something to do with like persistence is like I got a passion, it's like my dream, so I carry it out. So I have to kind of step out of my path into somebody else's path. It's like I have people who inspire me, like give me the inspiration, and then hope that I can push that inspiration out for others. And that's kind of like just the start to building my light.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. And so what I'm encapsulating here and what I'm going to add to that, Simeon, is a story from my life, okay? Because when I read those words, I saw a story that happened to me.
Okay.
I had, and it's happened over and over again. So I had a business. It was an organic wheatgrass growing business, right?
Mm.
And here I was growing organic food. And all of a sudden, all these people that were into healthy food and healthy lifestyle, I was surrounded by them.
Mm.
And so basically, when we do things, when we take small actions that are our light, what we have to give, our offering, we attract people. We attract that light to us, and we get to live and play in that place. So I got to play in this organic space of healthy people or people wanting to achieve health. For years, I played in that space.
And now you're flanked by a cool rapper.
And now
a
I'm
poet.
flanked by a cool rapper,
see?
Easy Lyric, here in New Plymouth. And what I'm saying here to everybody is build your light, and you can live in it. You build your future. It can go either way. It can be light or it can be darkness. So try to build up the light so that you can live in it and bring other people into it and experiment. So you've done a lot in your life already. You're how old?
23 years old.
He's 23 years old. He's got 7 albums under his belt. He's self-produced young artist. You want to say anything to the audience about reaching out to young people or helping out young people?
At this point, I just...
Easy Lyric, Lost for Words. I want you to go and check out the Facebook page, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up some... I checked out his personal Facebook page, and I was astounded by the poems that he listed. Just poems. Here I am putting up videos and rotating GIFs, and here this young man is just putting up little poems in his Facebook feed, sharing with everybody. If we want to be inspired, sometimes we need to look to our younger generations to get our hope, because we see rap out there being a really sometimes negative thing these days. A lot of negative lyrics out there. Easy Lyric is producing lyrics that are from the heart
Awesome.
for the heart. So thank you, Brian. I hope we did 5 minutes.
Probably
Didn't
after
go over.
the break, when we're all relaxed, we might have a rap poetic
we might
standoff
have-
and shoot off. So don't think you are escaping, young man, without
yeah.
sharing some of your poetry. Hey, love it. The Keith Delmar Morning Mindset
See you next time.
with Keith Delmar.
Thanks, everybody.